great people of Ghana, is your Nigerian girl pleasure, bringing you political news in our channel, Ghanatube. To.Kwaku Azar has actually released flaws in Ghana Bar Association call for the revocation of Chief Justice suspension. This is actually eating him deep because not only today, he has actually been saying a lot about what actually happened since the Ghana Bar Association actually came to actually demand for the reinstatement of the Chief Justice. The renowned US-based Ghanaian lawyer and scholar Professor To.Kwaku Azar has called out the Ghana Bar Association GBA following the release of its official resolution demanding that President John Mahama revokes the suspension of the Chief Justice To.Kwaku. In a statement shared on social media on April 29, 2025, To.Kwaku Azar refuted the assertion of the Ghana Bar Association that President John Mahama's suspension of the Chief Justice was unconstitutional. He asserted that the association's claim that the President Mahama held in his decision to suspend Justice To.Kwaku were unfounded because there were no laid-down procedures for the President to carry out the powers given for the suspension. He also said that the suspension of Justice To.Kwaku by President Mahama is constitutional, adding that the Ghana Bar Association statement is prejudicial. This fight is not going to end anytime soon. The fight will not end anytime soon because this thing, they are dragging it too long, too long. Ghana Bar Association came out on when they were actually doing their media annual meeting, came out to say that the president actually did the right thing by suspending and the thought of removing the Chief Justice. To.Kwaku Azar has actually said a lot about this. He said before, he's not saying, he said so many things. And according to him, he has actually asserted that the association claims that President Mahama held in his decision to suspend justice were unfounded because there is no laid down procedure for the president to carry out the power given for the suspension. According to him, he said that the suspension of Chief Justice Ghanatube by President Mahama is very constitutional, adding that the Ghana Bar Association is actually being prejudicial. The Ghana Bar Association claims that the Chief Justice's suspension is unconditional because no published regulation governs the President's discretion under Article 296, subsection C. The Chief Justice suspension remains constitutional. The Ghana Bar's call for revocation lack legal merit and risk politicizing the judiciary itself, he wrote. He went on to list reasons why the Ghana Bar Association call for revocation of the suspension is flawed. According to him, this is actually why he feels it is faulty, it is wrong, it is bad. One, the Supreme Court already decided this. In Rashford France versus Electoral Commission 2012, the Supreme Court unanimously held that not every descriptional act requires proud published regulations. Oh, they are now putting laws for us. And literary reading rejected. Justice Dates Black warned that a literal interpretation of Article 296, subsection C, would cause a nuclear meltdown of government crippling normal administration. Okay, crippling. Yes, normal administration. 3. Targeted scope of Article 396, subsection C. The court ruled that Article 296, subsection C applies only to basic judicial situation, not to administrative acts like suspending an official pending investigations like basic judiciary. The court clarified that it includes adjudication. Living Constitution approach, number 4 of what he actually made. He said there's so many. I'll read all. Justice To.Kwaku emphasized that the Constitution must be interpreted dynamically to promote governance, not obstruct it with technicalities. Absence of regulations is not Equal automatic unconstitutionality. This is number 5. A military regulation does not invalidate a discretional act unless the act itself is arbitrary, biased, or violates due process coming from Article 296, subsection A and subsection B. Number 6. Ghana Bar Association offers no evidence of bias or unfair. Ghana Bar Association mainly points to the absence of relocations without proving that the suspension was unfair, habitual, or prejudiced. Number 7. Acting precedent is dangerous. The Ghana Bar Association position ignores the Rashford France precedent and risks spreading legal confusion rather than defending the rule of law. Number 8. Legal certain matters. If we follow the Ghana Bar's logic, thousands of lawful discretionary acts since 1969 would collapse. That is not rule of law, it is chaos. Number 9. Google supports scrutiny, but it must be grounded in law. Criticisms of executive actions must be rooted in binding precedent, not political expediencies or selective readings of the Constitution. Therein, if actually saying that he actually made it clear, he has actually said a lot to make the Ghana Bar Association to actually know that they are not right this time. Oh wow, it's actually good to actually know law. Yeah, it's actually good to know law. And he's actually come out. This our US-based Ghanaian lawyer and scholar has actually come out to say that the release of his official resolution demanding that President John Mahama revoke the suspension of Ghanatube, it's not going to work, because according to him, President actually is working on Constitution, knows his constitutional right, and is actually doing the right thing to help Ghana in every part. And in his statement, he actually shared it on his social media on the April 29, 2025. To.Kwaku has actually refuted the assertion of the Ghana Bar Association that President Mahama's suspension of Chief Justice wasn't constitutional. According to him, you've seen from everything he has actually quoted, it is very, 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 very constitutional. And the government, the president is actually standing on the Constitution of Ghana and doing everything he's actually doing. And for the records, he's actually called out the Ghana Bar Association not to actually be involved in what is happening, because it's actually happening. It is actually constitutional. Please do well to like, comment, and follow. Put on the notification bell so you get all our news.